Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network. Okay, speaking of gang turf wars, the big Republican debate is Wednesday. Joe Walsh, our friend.
Trump will not show up at the debate. Trump's a coward, but he's not afraid of Christie. He just wants to and has to be the story. Look, there's no anti-Trump lane in this Republican Party. I wish the world would wake up to this.
I would disagree. I think Trump is afraid of. Joe Scarborough said that too. That he's afraid. He said he's scared to death of Christie. He'll not have the guts or the nerve to go on stage with Christie anywhere. I will say. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Christie in any way. He is a good debater.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he's a master debater. A master debater.
Excuse me.
And Christie, I had him on my show, and it was, and it got my sidekick fired when he came on my show. It was a very ugly time. But,
what?
Oh, Frank Conniff was so furious that Chris about jokes were made that management didn't appreciate, and that's how the world is. But Christie said on my show, "Look, I was going to be what Donald was, and then Donald came and did it better than me." So I know exactly
being a bully.
Being a bully, and but here's
a corrupt
the deal:
bully.
Trump doesn't need to go to this debate because he's so far ahead in the polls.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, next week, if you were blown away by liberals suddenly liking Liz Cheney, wait till you see what the media does for Christie. They are going to. He is going to be the presumed front runner that's not Trump in the eyes of the media by Thursday morning.
I agree,
and that's going to make Trump crazy.
Yeah,
I agree.
Somebody else on Morning Joe said if Donald Trump shows up, and I think the biggest flex would be to turn himself in, to surrender himself and then go to the debate. This is Wednesday because he loves the show, loves a spectacle.
Also, have COVID and don't tell them.
If I think you add that in his compulsive need for attention, I think he shows up, is what one person said. Jonathan Lemire then cited a source from Trump's orbit that said, for one reason they're saying he won't is because then Christie will train his sights on Ron DeSantis and finish him off. Well, like he did to Marco Rubio, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And believe me, Christie is going to do to DeSantis what he did to Rubio, and it's going to be beautiful.
Joe Walsh, one more.
All of these challengers, Sarah, that he's got, from the beginning, they've never really challenged him. DeSantis, Pence, Haley, Scott, none of them have gone after or condemned Trump. Why? Because if you condemn Donald Trump, you're done as a Republican.
Yeah.
That's Vivek will be like, I challenge Donald Trump to find someone who loves him more than me.
That is the best Ramaswamy
I worked on that
impression
like Daniel
I've
Day-Lewis the hell out of that.
Ever heard, yeah.
So what they've all done, Sarah, is they've kind of hugged him and bowed to him and embraced him and echoed his deep state, he's a victim, they're coming after me, bull crap. Because that's the only lane. And Sarah, what they're hoping for is that a jail cell or a heart attack will take Trump out. But that's their only play.
No,
they know they can't beat him.
Not wrong.
That's DeSantis.
Donna, our liberal helper in Chicago, had a great idea for what Judge Chutkan should do. Is she should say pretrial detention and yes to your 2026 date. So yes, you will be in jail and the.
No, I
and
don't
then we
see her
could
doing it.
Team Arteries could root for whatever, and then in 2026 we'll have the trial.
If he goes into pretrial detention, he's a martyr, and it makes him get all the donations again. Yeah. The worst thing she could do to him is move the trial date sooner. That is the penalty he will receive.
Yeah, well, that's
this
what
thing could
she's
happen
warned.
by Thanksgiving if we're lucky.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Beside from the Republican debate, another fight is the Elon Musk Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Is this cage match? Is this on?
I heard Elon is giving Donald Trump advice on how to weasel out of things he committed to.
Yes. Elon Musk's highly anticipated cage fight.
I'd really love to do it.
It is just going to be slapping, isn't it?
I really want to do it. I'd love to do it.
With Mark Zuckerberg, finally they have a location, but the future of the event is still unknown, because you mentioned the Z factor. Musk revealed that the fight will take place in an epic location in Italy. Some sources have speculated the Colosseum. Oh God, how many gladiators would roll over in their graves?
Wow.
How many lions and gladiators would roll over in their graves? Okay.
I need to feel good about my pale doughiness, so I'll watch that.
Yeah, you'll love this, Chris. Musk has bragged about lifting weights hours before announcing that he will need an MRI for a shoulder injury.
Doctors say I might need surgery, but I'm really up for it. I'd feel terrible if I couldn't do it.
He said there's a problem with my right shoulder blade rubbing against my ribs, which requires minor surgery. Recovery will only take a few months.
I'm sorry. Grimes has cooties that can't wash away.
I hear the chicken chorus again, not just for Trump's canceled press conference and right and chickening out of the debate, but also I smell poultry around this fight. So he lifted one weight, Chris, and he has suddenly needs
an owie.
Yeah, needs to take months
Does he
to
wear
recover.
jeans when he works out?
You know what? If he really wants to do this, a shot of cortisone will take care of it temporarily.
There you
Do
go.
the fight and
Let's do this.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But he doesn't want to do that.
Nope.
Greg
Apartheid Ken is afraid.
Greg in New York, you're on with John Fugelsang. Hello, Greg. Greg.
Hi, am I on?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Sorry about that. I was to call last week about real quick. I just wanted to say that I watch a lot of news, and one thing I'd really like to just put a memo out to all the TV media. I'm so sick of seeing his face on every Getty roll. When they're talking about him and everything. I think it would be better if they just switched to like beautiful mountain scenery or like kittens or something like
Or
that.
other orange things.
And
Maybe
Beauty
just like,
doesn't get the clicks, folks.
other orange things. Maybe
Beauty didn't test well with focus groups.
Yeah, like what
Screwdrivers,
moon is
mimosas.
orange? What moon is orange? That I forget.
Io.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah, maybe traffic cones, pumpkins. Just put other orange
A
things up.
still life of oranges in a bowl.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, lovely painting.
Sure.
Still life.
Mimosas.
Right? Mimosas. Yeah. Cheetos, just whatever.
Things that are more pleasant than Donald Trump
Yeah,
is saying.
exactly.
Oh,
That are
in that
also
case,
more-
I mean, hey, Hiroshima footage. I mean, like, there's lots of stuff.
John
Yeah,
Louise.
the nuclear explosion in Oppenheimer
Yeah,
was
my
orange.
God, that's
There you
much
go.
more pleasant.
Yes.
Yeah. I got Cambodian Khmer Rouge purge footage, whatever you
Okay,
need.
all right.
How about
okay.
even Agent Orange?
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
What?
Tang. What? What was that, Jody? A conspiracy sausage about why
The Georgia.
Funny.
More than a
Willis's-
sausage.
Yeah.
Actually, she would have done it earlier if she wanted more press.
Right.
I don't
Exactly.
understand.
Right.
Okay.
Can I
I
just
don't-
say,
yes.
all the time we spend discussing Newt Gingrich as a liar takes away from discussing Newt Gingrich as a racist. I just want to point that out. And also, Newt Gingrich looks like a weeble with Fisher-Price person hair. I'd like to
Yes.
point that out as well.
Yes.
If you combined your two favorite child's toys of the 70s, you'd have a Gingrich.
Thank you, John.
I'm here for the political commentary.
We've been speaking of timing, speculating. I heard someone speculated that Trump will turn himself in during the Republican debate, so they have to cut away from.
Right.
Yes, he will.
Yeah.
Trump has repeatedly suggested he will not go to the debate. A new report is shedding some light what he might try to do to steal the spotlight during the debate. He and his advisors delivering what kind of counter programming he might do to distract from the debate. Fox News will host it in Milwaukee. Trump's ideas include sitting down with Tucker Carlson. So no one will watch,
Right.
like no one bought his book.
Right.
Okay. Trump sources say there's always a chance he may ultimately decide to participate in the debate at the 11th hour.
Without signing their fake, non-binding deal that none of them will observe.
Yes, right, exactly. Who knows what he's going to do, right? I mean, yeah. Because he's, unfortunately, as you've heard, he has canceled his major press conference with my huge irrefutable report about the election rigging.
I was so excited for the irrefutable report because I was scared I couldn't refute it. Now I don't have to.
Okay, what gives me rumbly tumbly, John, is just the, when all these legal maneuvers get discussed and maybe this might work and blah blah blah. Mark Meadows is seeking to move his case from Georgia to federal court. If it's successful, it could have a major influence on the outcome of his trial, according to Ellie Honig, CNN legal analyst. He said this could be outcome determinative because if Mark Meadows can show the charges relate to his performance of his official duties, in this case as White House Chief of Staff, a couple of things can happen. First, he gets it moved across the street to federal courthouse. Second, he's then on the doorstep of a dismissal because under the law, federal law, if a person can show they've been criminally charged for something they did under color of law, meaning in their capacity as a federal official, then the case gets thrown out altogether. So there's no question Mark Meadows has a reasonable argument to make here. I look for Trump to make a similar argument. I don't think he has as strong an argument. I look for Jeffrey Clark, who worked at DOJ, to make a similar argument. All of these are going to be potentially dispositive motions. Giuliani and Trump are also expected to make the same request. Do they have as strong as a case? He was asked. He said Donald Trump does not have as good a case as Mark Meadows because Trump will say, well, this was my effort to sort of regulate, make sure the election was clean as president. But I think the prosecutors are going to respond, no, this was you as a private citizen, as a candidate, way overstepping your authority as president. As for Rudy Giuliani, he's got nothing, as Conor McGregor would say.
But also,
Don't do it.
No,
Don't do it.
No,
Don't do
He
it.
was not a federal employee at the time. I would.
Where to begin?
Again, is there not a crime fraud exception? That this is not part of your duties as White House chief of staff or president to overthrow the United States government.
Meadows is on the call.
Right.
I mean, this is I know all indictments matter. I know God loves them all equally. But this is the one where Trump's on tape, not talking about election fraud, but demanding election fraud, not saying count all the votes, but saying find enough votes for me. Meadows is on that call. Meadows has already been told he's not going to be able to take this thing federal. But I was so surprised that Meadows was among the indicted, because I was saying Monday night, it's not so much who's there, who's not.
Who's not,
And
yeah.
we all thought
And
Meadows
also-
had flipped. He gave all the text
Well, the
messages.
fact that he's not, obviously he's not named in federal, but he is in Georgia is.
Well, did he flip federal?
Yes.
And are they
Yeah.
trying to squeeze him more? But all of those text messages we got from January 6th are from Meadows, because he so stupidly turned them all over, and then was so embarrassed and hated by Magaland, he tried to sue the January 6th committee to make himself look less stupid. So they're stuck with this. It's on tape.
Right.
It's not going away. And Lindsey Graham was the one who wasn't indicted. Not Rudy.
Yeah.
do nothing. You'll do f***ing nothing. Not one of you will do nothing. Get the f*** out of here.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
said.
why we let him do
That's
it.
what I said. Okay.
Have you heard her Conor McGregor impression?
Nothing. You'll get nothing. You get. Okay.
I do De Niro from The Untouchables. You got nothing. You look at the bookkeeper, you got nothing. And if you was a man, you would have done it already.
All right. Okay. Former Trump lawyer Jenna Ellis is
Bless her
post
heart.
Rudy COVID fart is trying to raise money to pay for her legal defense. Trump's PAC that helps cover his allies' legal bills won't assist Ellis with, quote, 1 penny because she's been complimentary and supportive of DeSantis.
Really wise move, Don. Wise move.
Yeah, I know. That's
keep
so.
it-
Someone that works with her said, so you can spend nearly a decade being unwaverably loyal to Trump, then get indicted because you worked for him, and he will abandon you and force you into bankruptcy if you changed your mind about the best direction for the country. There's nothing remotely loyal or patriotic about that.
It's obedience, not loyalty.
Yeah.
She, you will love this personal comedy, Jesus. She invoked the Lord.
I know.
She said the Democrats and Fulton County DA are criminalizing the practice of law. I'm resolved to trust the Lord.
Oh, well,
Okay,
then.
well, wait till you find that shall not bear false witness commandment. You're going to love it.
Here's my favorite part. Hang on. These are the fight. Big bag of rats, all equally awful. Noted racist and right-wing commentator Laura Loomer called Ellis a professional liar and Trump backstabber. Fight. She said this woman's vile. She's a liar. She doesn't deserve your sympathy, your prayers, your forgiveness, or your money. She said loyalty matters, Jenna Ellis. You didn't stay loyal to President Trump, and now you're going to learn the hard way, having to pay the price for pay for your own legal fees. Next time, try being loyal to the people who brought you to the dance. You won't have such big problems. Ellis has also been the subject of vitriol among Trumpers and for her alliance with DeSantis since the Georgia indictment last month. One of them called her a stupid cow and thunder.
Oh, look at that.
Under what? C word?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Whoa!
Yeah. She was so obedient to Donald Trump until she said a nice thing about
Yes.
DeSantis.
Well, it's all fun and games until thunder has been bandied.
That's been, wow.
There you
I
go.
haven't even been called that. I'm just a normal C word.
that was
I would now like to be known as Thunder.
the Colorado bar called her that
Yes.
in their slapback.
I'll call you that.
In lieu of disbarment, they called her that. But Laura
Thank
Loomer
you,
follows me on Twitter. I don't
Wow.
know what to make of that.
Yeah.
And by the way, I still dead name it. I call it Twitter. I don't care.
Right.
We can dead name Twitter.
Yeah, I've done names every day.
You come down the stairs every day.
Good
I will
morning,
say,
Thunder.
Good morning, Thunder.
It's my new thing to freak Bob out now.
Yep.
Now I should have used that as my name at the Itchy Kitty.
Yes.
I
Yes.
didn't.
Oh
It's
my
not too late,
gosh.
Steph. Not too late.
Okay.